What's going on, guys? This is Pete from AreYouDizzyYet.com. Hanging out in the office. Just finished a nice little bike ride this morning. And this song came on by Anesthesia. And it made me almost self-reflect immediately. It made me start relaxing. And it's cool to listen to. While you sit down and you think about how your life is going, or you know, just whatever questions you ask yourself on a daily basis. And I come to the conclusion that we self-judge a lot. We self-judge, we judge people, it's automatic. Give you a little story. I was walking around, I just decided I wanted to walk to work. And I remember I said, how are you going to change the week? How are you going to change your routine? And I said that I was going to walk or ride my bike or something at least two times during the week instead of just driving to crank. Instead of just driving to work. So I started doing that. And while I was walking, I had a book bag, you know, I was just walking down the street. I saw a kid, not even a kid. He looked like he was probably in his mid-30s, maybe his 30s, and he was skateboarding. He was skating through traffic. He hit a couple ollies, a couple tricks in the middle of the street. I was like, man, that was pretty cool. And then I looked at him and I was like, man, look at that kid. He had skater shoes, high socks, short shorts, had a t-shirt. What else did he have? He had a t-shirt on. He's had that Spin Doctors knit scully on, a long-ass beard and mustache, just very disheveled looking, you know. And I thought to myself, I was like, man, what a fucking weirdo. What a weirdo, you know? He just looks like a weird kid. And I walk maybe a couple steps. And as I still sit down, I self-reflect, I look down, and I have skater shoes, high socks, short shorts, a book bag, a scully, and I finally realized that I'm a fucking weirdo too. It was funny because I'm a weirdo, you know, but in perspective to who? Now that I think about it, before I started judging and before I was like, man, you know, fucking kid, loser. Actually, I was a little envious of him because he was skateboarding and hit a nice ollie over the striped line. It's like, man, landed that pretty smooth, and he did a trick in the middle of the street. I was actually envious of what he was doing. And I put myself in his perspective, and he was free. You know, he was free for a moment. Whether it was skateboarding just throughout the streets, he looked happy. And when I was walking, I felt the same way. Like I was free from all thoughts, from all the world. It was almost a form of me being within myself. And I feel like we lack that because we're scared of what people are going to say about us. We're scared about what people are going to think about us. We're very fearful of maybe disappointing people. So you live up to that. It's like, oh man, I can't dress like that, or I can't do this. I can't walk because people think I'm weird. I can't walk down that avenue or that street because people think that I'm on drugs and I lost my license. Whereas maybe I just enjoy walking. Maybe I enjoy riding my bike. You know, my best thoughts and my best times are when I'm by myself and I just do anything that I love to do. You know, whether it's work out, ride a bike, sit down in a park. I'm a big playground guy where I just sit down in parks and I just hang out there with my dogs. And that's a perfect time for me to self-reflect and appreciate what I have in front of me. Another story, someone said they were like, I had the worst day in the world. It's not going right. Everything today was just bad. And I said, you have to look at it in a different perspective. You know, what was the best thing to happen to you today? And they're like, nothing. I was like, well, did you wake up this morning? She was like, yeah. And then she smiled and laughed, because sometimes we think that we have to do so much and we don't. You know, we have deadlines, we have this, we have that every day. But I like myself, love to hit my deadlines, but there's just some days that it's not going to work and you can't force it, and that just stresses you out. So ask yourself, what's the best thing that happened to you today? And try not to let people's opinions of what you think they're thinking affect the way you live. I'll see you guys later. This is Pete. I'm going to replay that song because it was good. .com. Selfie stick button out. Or keep taping. Probably just going to keep taking.